We are live. Hey, everybody. Welcome. As they're looking at the comments, Mike's here. Us and our ineditable chips. I didn't say that right. Seven's here. The cranky one is here. I'm here. And
Mike
we
and Seven,
do have a special guest. He doesn't talk much. He just kind of sits there and scowls at you. Some of you may have seen him before. Bellows is here also.
Hi, Bellows, FG.
Mr. Silver Eagle. But we also have the Stanky Cracker joining us tonight.
Right arm. Look at that. What a handsome.
For those of us old enough to remember the Muppets, he kind of sitting there looking at him, he kind of reminds me of that eagle on the Muppets.
He does. What a handsome saltine. Handsome saltine, I gotta tell you.
It's amazing what you can do when you get a pack of crackers and a Sharpie and you're bored at work.
You've been talking to Seven, haven't you? Is there like junior college JUCO classes for that kind of stuff, y'all?
She said taught me how to do it by ESP.
There you go. I wish I was that good looking. I tell you. And if you get an upset tummy, you can have a saltine. You know what? I left my coffee in the other room. Well,
go grab your coffee.
Do a musical interlude. I'll be right back.
Cue the Final Jeopardy music. Well, Blustering Barnacles is here. Phoenix. Scroll back while he's up. Robert's here. I'll make sure I get everybody. We'll scroll through here real quick while Cranky's grabbing his coffee. And I think I got everybody.
BBA. Bellows.
Yep. And let's see. Phoenix is here. Robert's here. I was reading everybody off while you were grabbing your coffee here. So
awesome. How about that?
You got your coffee, and I got my cherry Vernors.
Oh, you got cherry Vernors?
Yeah,
dude.
It's normally it's like a certain time of the year they put it out. But they put it out early this year.
Springtime.
So yeah, they put it out early this year. It's different, but it's good. You know,
the heck with Punxsutawney Phil when the Vernors
when the Vernors
cherry hits the
flavors, spring's here.
The real deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was going to ask you something.
Oh, did you happen to catch the thumbnail?
You know what I did, and I hold on.
I beat you to the 2 horses today.
Oh, you did. For some reason, I was thinking that was on the front of a train.
No, that's if you're on Mackinac Island, it's the train. It's a little bit.
That is a train on Mackinac, yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. Somebody's going to have to one of these days just break down and show me how to do that. I don't know how to do thumbnails, and so I do have a Emerald Coast has kind of been my advisor on. I put that disclaimer on the front of my videos. The two,
that's cool.
That he put that together for me, and then I asked him what he uses to edit. And there's an app called InShot that works on your phone.
Yeah,
and it's okay. I mean, it's pretty simple so far to use, but everything's coming out. My videos are coming out with a copyright on them now in the title on YouTube, and I have no idea what that's about.
Huh.
So I'm a little concerned about. Here. Hi, Dave. Peter. Awesome. I don't know if I said hi to Phoenix. So I'm a little concerned about that. I don't know what would be copyrighted in there, and I mean, I don't want to get a letter from Emerald Coast's attorney. Saying I owe him royalties or anything, but
all right,
nothing from nothing's nothing, I guess. So
there you go.
Yeah,
2 10s here. Looks like your balloon got his ego deflated.
Yeah, that was that's a funny story. That was in that live stream I did with Stack Collector. I pre-inflated our craniums and like a couple hours before, and I went back and looked at it and got in a panic for a second because the one that was supposed to represent him was this size.
Oh,
So I had to blow up some more, and they're really cheap little tiny balloons. You can't even get one finger to for them to tie around, and I popped like half a dozen of them to get 3 good ones. But it was fun. We're gonna have a reduel, I think.
Yeah.
He's a champ, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Yeah. So I was telling Michi earlier. I did a short the other day that about this Payne Stewart Hall of Fame golf round, and I was going to melt it. And when I put it on the vise and hammered it over, and then took the bolt cutters and worked it back and forth, it's red inside. So just a heads up to you all. As much as I love and trust my bullion dealer, apparently even they get. I mean, he sold me this in a lot of like 5 rounds at melt because they were, they really weren't worth him hanging on to, and he knew I was going to melt them. But yeah, that I've never seen anything like it. I have no idea what that stuff is in there, but it's not silver. So just pay attention, y'all. That had me thinking, man, am I going to have to go through all of my, because I don't have that many rounds anymore anyways, but just a few tubes. But yeah, kind of caught me.
Yeah, that's definitely disheartening when you find out it's not real silver.
What you paid for.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, how's the weather up there? We're like 80 degrees here today.
Oh, we're not quite that good. We're in the low 60s in my part of the mitten, so definitely not complaining.
That's definitely doable.
It's nice when we can bust out the short sleeves at work a couple months early.
Yeah, here in Nebraska, they they're a little bit strange, and I'm sure there's a degree of the same in like where Michigan University is in Michigan State, but this is like shorts and hoodie weather.
Yeah,
I never understood that.
College here.
Yeah, never understood that. If it's cold enough for a hoodie, you got to have breeches on, boy.
Well, I know and I take into account when I razz my son about it because he's one of them. He's an athlete, so he gets hot very easily, even when it's cold. And he's come down here to visit me, like left school and driven straight down here in January. It's snowing like crazy when he pulls in the driveway and he gets out and he's got shorts and a hoodie on.
Yeah.
It's like, what is wrong with you? Oh, what, Dad? What?
Doesn't that drive you crazy? Because I'm like Mr. Prep. I carry like emergency sleeping bags in the truck,
right?
Fire kits and all kinds of stuff. And my son's got like slip-on shoes and.
Yeah, the one that you really used to throw me is be up in the UP for Christmas vacation at my aunt and uncle's, and you go into Marquette for something, and Northern Michigan University's there, and you see the kids that didn't go home for the holiday walking around in docksiders, khaki shorts, and hoodies in Marquette in January or December and January. It's like, what? No.
Yeah, there definitely is something wrong with this.
Not even on my best day could I do that. Now, I will say, how they joke around about you go to Arizona or Nevada, right? Oh, it's a dry heat.
Yeah.
Well, up in the UP, it's a dry cold. I've walked around in jeans and a hoodie in January up there myself and been fine. But no, I'm not putting shorts on.
No. And like I always say, you can do anything you want on your last day.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So have you won any gauze this week or any special whatnot auctions or anything?
I did get you and I actually both one from Sound Money. I got my my coin tube holder in the mail. What is today? Saturday.
Nice.
And I just threw some empty tubes in here for the moment. I got the $1 one.
Yeah, that's looking like my house, buddy.
So
I got the tubes.
Yeah, I got. Well, what are normally in these tubes are sitting up here in the background, but no, it looks like I got the $1 one, which yeah, it's cool. Yeah, we'll see.
I like it. Yeah, I told him to hold on to mine for a little bit, and I'd see if I could pick something up from him and just save him a little postage.
Yeah, there you go.
Ship it at one time. He was cool with it.
Yeah.
They are cool.
Oh yeah. So for those of you that don't know, Sound Money is a gentleman that Cranky and I both follow on Instagram. He's always got good stuff going on his page. So he did a thing where, hey, basically it was something about, liking something and then, tagging a couple of your friends that might like it, and we'll enter you in a drawing. And Cranky and I both won because I was sitting there watching when they spun the wheel.
Yeah. What are the odds, man?
Yeah.
I mean, of anybody much less a friend winning at the same time.
Right.
I like it.
Well, my Silver Journey did a giveaway a while back, and it was kind of cool because he was giving away two things. He spins the wheel. I won one, and then Thule won the other one.
Oh, nice.
So every once in a while, we get friends and family winning at the same time.
So the common factor in all of those contests has been Michi.
Yeah.
So y'all need to do yourselves a favor and start hanging around him like me and Julie do. Stuff starts coming your way.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike is I'm not gonna. Mike and I talked a little earlier, and there might be a chance sometime in the not too distant future that we might be able to hook up and go to lunch or something. So I won't divulge any of the information on that. That's not for me to disclose, but I just thought it was kind of cool. It's kind of neat to hang out with other YouTubers, especially him. He's cool.
Let's go buy lotto tickets together.
All right, yeah, we can do that, right? We need to get those rapid radios. Okay, I'm at the door of the putting my money on the counter.
Well, with the stuff that's coming out about how the money's getting spent here in Michigan lately, I don't know if I want to give my money to the lottery in Michigan right now.
Well,
it's one of those deals where it's supposedly the proceeds from the lottery are supposed to be going to education, and they haven't seen lottery money in years. So
yeah, I think that's pretty common. I think, and that's how they sell it in the first place is,
right.
It's going to do so much for education, and then they like, never see it. Although in Nebraska there, and probably the same there, anything National Education Association, and the views and opinions in this statement are those of the Cranky Stacker alone. But NEAs, it's such a bogus. They're like the school district here. They're way top heavy. There's so much money spent on administration and everything. They've got administrative assistants to administrative assistants.
Right.
It's ridiculous. And of course, Omaha Public Schools funded, basically managed. I don't know how they finagled it in the state here, but they got it to where they could manage their own 401k, and they are flat broke.
Oh, I don't know.
It has been completely, it's gone.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I understand it anyway. That's the way it kind of the news put it out there. It's like, where'd this money go? But
right.
Anyway.
No, I was a product of, well, let me back up. I went to Well, it was called Detroit Public Schools when I started school back in kindergarten. Then, for safety reasons, I was put in private school until I was in the 8th grade. 9th grade, I went back to DPS for high school. And I look back at it now, and 90% of our schools that we went to as kids are gone.
Wow.
You know, I drive down 4th Street, which is one of the main drags that goes from almost, well, actually, yeah, down here by me, all the way the other side of downtown Detroit. So it's a good distance. I go down that main drag and I get to where 6921 West Fort used to be. And yeah, it's a vacant lot. Southwestern High School's not there anymore. Then you go and you look across the freeway where one of the elementary schools that almost everybody went to, it's a vacant lot. And it's just they're closing up all the schools, and the schools that are left are all charter schools or private.
Yep.
And yeah, it's kind of sad to see what it's come to. So
well, and you know, it's I don't know, the louder they squawk about things, the more you know is wrong. I mean, I think,
right.
I think everybody's seeing that pattern exhibit itself with Doge. You know, the more they squawk, the more money's probably already in their bank accounts.
Exactly. Oh, T-Bird's here.
Hi, T-Bird. I really messed up. You know that ancient that I did with the shell on it on the front face of a quarter.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was so upset. So I toned them. Everybody wanted me to. Well, not everybody, but most people wanted me to tone them.
Mm-hmm.
And I toned it. When I went to stamp it, I don't know if you can really tell right here by the profile, but anyway, it kind of flattened out this front. So I had to go back in with my engraver and re-groove it and put some toner on it. I may just go ahead and melt this. I don't know. But the other two pieces of crude dude jewelry came out pretty cool. They toned up with the purples and blues.
Oh yeah.
And I've got the jump rings soldered in and got them stamped on the back. So yeah. Anyways, I think that's gonna be an ongoing line now, is the crude dude jewelry.
You know, when you say that, I picture the 300-pound mob guy with like 8 chains around his neck and ring on every finger, and
it's vermeil gold though.
Forget about it.
Vermeil gold, right? Yeah, I give you $20 for that necklace.
Right.
With a half-inch Cuban link. But yeah, that's I'm having a lot of fun. Although I was upset about the one, but you know, it's like, well, okay, so what can I do since it's already jacked up, I may as well do something and try and learn something here. Yeah. Which I did. So
there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, I live vicariously through you guys that can pour, because I don't have the steady hands for it. You know, well, I tell everybody I'd probably burn the house down trying. So.
Oh, you're supposed to have steady hands?
Well, if you've seen mine, you wouldn't trust me with a crucible full of hot stuff. So.
Well, I did. Full disclosure, I kind of retoned this, and then I heated it with a propane torch, a MAP gas torch, and it darkens really quick. You got to be really careful when you're doing that. But I did catch a paper towel on fire in the garage today, so fortunately, I had some quenching water there.
You go.
You know, and it's stomping it out and hitting it with the quench, but it's fun.
Yeah,
why not? And then of course I got my aluminum dots that I'm going to be pouring. These are 5 ounces and something each.
Nice.
So I'll be experimenting with some of that stuff. Yeah. And I guess I was really confused. I never really thought about it, but I was thinking aluminum was like copper. It was like really high heat.
Mhm.
But I picked that up anyway, and got that from Cherie Ward. And it's like half the heat of silver.
Yeah, and I know
Copper's the
from
higher
watching a
one.
couple other people, it fluffs up real quick when you pour it too.
Yeah, yeah. So I got 50, almost 16 ounces to screw up. So I don't know if you can remelt. I guess you could probably remelt it, but it's gonna be fun. Do some stuff with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But we'll see what happens with it.
Well, Ian Ritchie's here.
Hey, Ian Ritchie. I have. You know what? Ian's talking about this shield here. This I did a video today, and I Jamie Frost in Japan sent me this. This is a prototype coin holder that he designed, and as of I had the bottom 50p, and if you can tell, there's in each coin there's a part of a shield. Like these are the two upper corners.
Yep.
And then the middle, and then the cross section there, and the tip of the shield. Now I've got one more up here that I'm going to have to go through my coins and see if I've got. But thank you, a special thanks out to FG Stacker, because I did a video today with it, and he sent me a cardboard cutout of a charcuterie board. He said a charcuterie board of coins, and I left this small 5 pence on the handle that was taped under some tape there, and FG caught that in the video and put in the comments, hey, I think there was a coin up under the top of that. And sure enough, I came back in here and got the envelope out, and there was a 5 pence in there. Thank you, FG. That was a good save. Yeah. How did you know it was there, dude? I mean, I don't know.
Eagle eye.
Indeed. He's like, he must have had it on 1.5 times size and really paying attention. I don't know. I just missed it. But thank you, FG, for that save. That was a good thing. So we're gonna be I'm gonna have some special projects coming up here that are gonna be, one of them in particular is the entire YouTube community I will expect to have some involvement with, and it's going to be the coolest thing in the whole wide world. So everybody be watching out for that. It's going to take some there's going to be a little like a snipe hunt. No, it's not a snipe hunt. We might call it a snipe hunt because part of the I mean, that's anyway, I can explain about that later. But what's the one where you go, like kids groups used to go out and find different pieces, parts of something, and that wasn't a snipe hunt. That was
a scavenger hunt.
That's the ticket. Yeah, words are hard. A scavenger hunt, but you're going to have to find certain timestamps in different videos and that kind of thing. It's going to be really cool. I really think it's going to be cool. And then everybody will be able to drop in and be part of the live stream that wants to be. It's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to it. But that's a couple of weeks out.
There you go. Okay.
So I can fill you in on the details, Michi, in private, because you're gonna love the idea.
I was kind of cracking up when you said snipe hunt, because I remember what they told us when I was a kid about snipe hunting and going out and, you know, what you're looking for and all that. And it just, so I started cracking up.
I knew snipe hunt wasn't right, but that's see, and this is how my mind works. If you if you take another form of the word snipe,
Mm-hmm.
that's part of the name of one of my advisors.
Aha. Okay.
So
Yep.
and I don't want to go any further with that than that, because
Yep.
it'll give away who I was talking to, like it didn't. But yeah, so thank you, T-Bird, for dropping that.
Yeah.
He's dropping links. That's a very cool thing. But yeah, it's gonna be shall I say, epic.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah. I think everybody's gonna like it.
Yeah.
Just got to work out some details.
Yeah. All right. I gotta step away for a second. I'll be right back.
I'll
The
be
show
here.
is yours.
Boy, you guys better hope that he gets back quick, because I'm gonna start singing.
Oh boy.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie. That's amore. That's amore eel. So what do we got in the chat here? Let's go. Hey, SMC, nice to see you. I'll be in contact with you, SMC, coming up here pretty soon, regarding the project that I'm looking at with you. So that may be incorporated into this bigger, better total package kind of thing here. So y'all stick around and see what's coming up with that. I think each and every one of the people that are in here tonight will absolutely love it. And it's way overdue. But I've been talking to some really big hitters, and got the idea for the thing from a major player who happens to live in the East somewhere. But hey, Debbie, how are you? Thanks for coming in. We are clearly flying by the seat of our pants again here. T-Bird, thanks, buddy. Stay safe out there. Thanks for coming in. And I forgot where I was on that, but we can. Oh, flying by the seat of our pants. Yeah, that's what we do here on this live stream. It's kind of like Seinfeld. It's a show about nothing, and it's for fun. So, anybody got any major pickups? Any cool? Oh, by the way, I am picking up. I've seen what I think is, to date in the year 2025. Thanks, Debbie, for coming over. I think I've seen the pour of the year. It's a limited edition piece by a very talented community member, and I'm going to. I think I'm going to pick some up, and just because I think these need to be out there, and with a limited number of 50, I think that's it's beautiful. I can't wait for y'all to see it. It's going to be very, very cool. Am I going to test the other 4 silver? I already melted one FG and everything was fine. And another one, this is another one right here. This is a Montreal Olympics $2 coin, and it's 925. And I'm cool with that. I know that. I knew it when I bought it. But another one I've already melted, and another one I've got in a tube. So I will get that. Yeah, sorted out. And here's the thing. The guy I got this from is an absolute friend, and absolutely would not do anything like that to me on purpose. I know that for a fact, and he will make it good, I'm sure. So I'm not at all concerned about it, because stuff does happen. But yeah, it was quite a surprise. It just didn't bend like a regular silver round has in the vise out there. So never seen anything like it. red. I don't know what that would be. It'd be some sort of a clay or what, but I mean, it's got a good thick, really thick silver shell on the outside of it, and I'm sure that's 3/9 fine. But
It's a silver coated poker chip.
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Well, that ain't what I paid for.
Right.
So yeah. Debbie Silvertrap came in, is in here, Michi, and she hasn't been on your channel before. And she said that she saw we were doing this and came in. So thanks for coming in. Yeah. Yeah. This is the place to be every other Monday. So yeah. So I was just telling them about that, and this is another one I'm gonna melt that I got from him that same day. It's a $5. I said $2, but it's a $5 925 Canadian. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless I'll be melting that unless somebody wants it. But I got to do some sterling rather than, because it is 925. But yeah. So how about that? I was just telling them we're flying by the seat of our pants as we usually do. It's for fun, and you know, if anybody else had some topics that they wanted us to pontificate on, we can do that, or they can get involved in it. But it's but you're back now, so I don't have to BS anymore. Hey, Sobriety and Silver.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, man. Chris in Virginia.
Yeah, absolutely. Stacker Man. Sorry guys, I had to step away for a minute, so I'm playing catch up, make sure I say hi to everybody.
Yeah, again, get in there and get caught up there.
Yeah,
I could take that to an LCS, and no matter which one I go to, I absolutely trust them all to take care of it, because I think it's you know, clearly an oversight. You know, that's happened before too, going the other direction. I bought a 1 ounce round in a silver bin, you know, just like a bullion bin, and I got it home and it was freaking platinum. You know, I paid $35 for it.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I got a cough. Anyway, it was platinum, so I turned around and took it back. You know, that would have been a nice little bump in the stack, but that ain't the way we roll at Cranky Acres. So
right. Well, I'd say even, you know, sometimes too, I know and the one LCS I go to, individual that works for them, guy comes in, and I'm trying to mind my own business, but you know, you can still hear what's going on around you.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't say anything, but guy comes in with essentially a bank bag full of Eisenhower dollars. And the gal told him that no Eisenhower dollars are 40% silver. And I had to bite my tongue not to open my mouth, because you know how our coin shop etiquette is stay out of other people's business. But you know, we're all human.
Yeah, well, that's when you say cash me outside. How about that? And
right. Yeah,
you're not breaking protocol.
And I'll go back to, and I know a lot of people don't like Whatnot, and I get it. You know, I happen to be one of the ones that does. And one of the guys on there, Silver Dragons, has been to his shop countless times and done videos. Not Harry, but another one. And I was bidding on, because I like my Canadian silver, I like my Canadian coins. I was bidding on a uncirculated set, and neither one, the guy running the auction wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention, and I bought it, and then they realized, wait a minute, we just sold this as 80% silver, and it's not. So they literally brought the auction to a screeching halt. Said, hey, we goofed up. just want to let you guys know if you want a refund, we'll make that happen, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, I like my Canadian coins regardless. And, so just go ahead and send it to me. I'm good with it. Well, they said, well, we're going to make it right. We're going to send you something extra. And I think I paid $19 for the set. And the extra was 2 silver maples. I'm like, holy crap.
Wow.
It's like they're like, no, we're making it right. You guys aren't buying. We're not in business. So,
wow, that was very nice. I would say that was a very good compensation for a mistake.
yeah, it shocked the heck out of me. I'm like, holy cow, you guys went, like really went. But they and like also the 3 that I go to are pretty cool. At least the 2. The third one's never opened, so I don't know what happened with him. But
Debbie, that is good business, and that's
yeah.
and that's probably how I would do something like that. At least one, but 2 is majorly nice. I did have one pickup at an auction this weekend. It was Thule and Gold Sniping Farmers. Best auction on YouTube, y'all. Every Saturday, you guys really ought to get there because it's fun and it's just it's a good auction. But it was non-precious metal. But I was thinking of you when I picked it up. So there's another project for me when I get it in hand. There's it was you should go back and I maybe I'll go back and find it and send you the timestamp. It's a medallion that is and I think it's Saint Michael, and it says police, and it had a really cool badge on it.
Neat.
Yeah, and I thought, God, man, I got to get that and see if Michi wants to, because Thule had said something about maybe pouring off of it, but that might be something that. But I don't know how that would affect a non-silver metal. Part of it was lacquered, painted, and the back was pretty cool too. But I don't know, I don't know how it would the oil in the sand if it would mess up the finish on it. I'm sure it probably would. But to have one of those in copper or silver would be way cool.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if you could use that. I wonder if somebody could use that as to do a 3D printing of it. Anybody in the chat have a 3D printer or know if that sort of thing could be 3D printed? I'd like to maybe do that. Hey, Vegas.
Let's say is it? I know somebody has a 3D printer because they were. Okay, Phoenix, you beat me to it because I thought it was FG, but I didn't want to throw a name out there without being sure.
I forgot that. May have to pick his brain a little bit. It's way cool, Michi. I can't wait for you to see it. And it was like $19.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
I'll have to go back through there and take a peek and watch it. I was sleeping, so because I worked the weekends.
And I know you do.
We earned that sleep this weekend. Oh man.
Was a rough weekend.
Oh yeah, just people being people.
Well, yeah, but that don't mean you gotta like them.
You probably know. You probably know from working the EMS side of it, what the word incarceritis means.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
The short version is we had one pulled out last night, and the word of the day in Michigan nowadays when it comes to people breaking the law is appearance ticket. You basically write them a ticket and let them go. Well, this guy got caught with some things that people shouldn't get caught with, and decided to fight not only with the police but with EMS. because he started faking seizures. They bring him to the hospital, and the local police say, okay, sir, here's your ticket. You have 10 days to contact the court, blah, blah, blah. And they walk out. Well, the minute he thought the police were gone, he tells the nurse, don't touch me. I'm leaving. She's okay. You're refusing care. Yes, I am. Gets up, walks out, comes to me demanding his backpack, which they told him we had. I said, no, the cops left it out on the bench. None of us want to deal with you. Get out. So he walks outside and right into 3 Wayne cops. So
there you go.
So,
yeah.
Hey, wow, look, you're miraculously healed. Now you're miraculously going to jail.
Yeah. It's funny how that works. I like it.
Yeah.
That's a good system.
But then he of course, then the theatrics start again. And it's like, okay, if you're going to fake a seizure, don't depend on Hollywood to teach you how to do it. So,
yeah.
It's amazing what we can what they can prove with a couple of flushes.
Yeah, there you go. Silver Stallion. I still need to send out some swag to you. You asked for that forever ago, and I'm just now I got to get some to you and Daryl and BBA. I did get the 5 pence, and that came from Jamie. That's the one I almost threw away or put away in the package that FG caught. And I would ask Nerd UK but shipping that over there and back, I'm still waiting on that package that I sent to the Saga Continues for the I Know Nothing in Northern Ireland. It's now back in New York City, having come back to Omaha, Chicago, and St. Louis twice. And now it's in New York City. And I don't know if it's coming back here again or if it's going overseas. I don't know. It's just absolutely, it's bonkers.
It's ridiculous. It's just, and the Postal Service wonders why they don't have any money.
Yeah.
Because they keep wasting their money playing ping pong with our mail.
Yeah. I mean, and when you ask the postal workers, can you explain this, logistically to me? And they go, no.
Right.
It's okay. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. And that's why I know at my local post office here, the girls at my post office are just as frustrated as we are.
Yeah. Yeah. And so is Miss Pinky.
I'll walk into my local post office, and the first words out of my mouth is, "I'm not that customer, but dang it, I got a question."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, the one lady in particular. Oh crap, what's wrong now? Can you explain to me why my mail that was coming from North Carolina made it all the way to Detroit and then made it to this post office, and now it's on its way back to back to the Carolinas?"
Yeah, it makes no sense. I mean, there really is no logical explanation except they don't know where anything's at.
Right.
SMC said in the chat, Michi, I give you a lot of credit for what you do. Yeah, very definitely. Y'all have really, I mean, some of y'all out there, SMC, you might understand it. But there's, for first responders, it's a whole nother world out there these days. And I'm just, I think about you when you sent that thing about the hospital the other day. It's like, man, how'd somebody get out the window?
Oh, that building's been there forever. And it started its life as Henry Ford built all this stuff that was originally supposed to be exclusive to the people that worked for him in his plants, and hence Henry Ford Hospital. The hospital's been there forever, and they all the money they got to spend on things, but they don't have money to upgrade things like the old windows and stuff like that, so somebody can just simply walk over, open a window up, and jump out it. And yeah, it just that's never been my favorite hospital, and probably never will.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah,
and rightfully so.
Right. And then you go through our house, the hospital I work at, and you see all the windows are screwed shut. So good luck getting out of those.
You need big chief there in that one. That's a movie reference from the what was that, 70s or 80s? Big Chief.
Oh gosh.
Cuckoo's Nest.
I'm drawing a blank.
Anyways, it was kind of a reach. I admit it. So, well, what last night on My Silver Journey and Thule's chat, somebody asked about goals for the year, and I thought that was a pretty good question. What are your goals for the rest of 2025? Stacking goals.
Filling the guardhouse boxes with Constitutional, and I've got my little gold challenge for myself going on. So
oh yeah, your grandma month.
Grandma
week.
And,
your grandma month. Okay.
What's that?
Yeah. Grandma week. It's the express thing.
Yeah. No, grandma month for 31 months. See what the final total is at the end of 31 months. If I should have just saved the money and bought 1 ounce at once, or if we keep it kind of close, doing it a gram at a time, because I've said it a million times, obviously not everybody can go out and afford. I didn't even look at what gold was going for right now, but I know it's been high 28s, low 29s here for a while. Who's got almost $3,000 to walk into a coin shop and drop on one piece of metal.
Yeah.
And I know
that's my whole argument for fractional. It's and that'll be interesting too, Michi, if you and I guess it's kind of a question that I have anyway, is like, okay, if you go to sell your grams, do you get just spot, or do they give you a little bit above that because they're going to be able to sell it for a higher premium?
Right. I know. I think a lot of that'll probably depend on where you go to sell it too.
Yeah. Closed at 28.86 today.
Okay. So yeah, so almost $2,900 an ounce.
Yeah.
And I know even the way I'm doing it, it's a stretch for some, because the limited incomes. There's a lot of people are on disability. They're on Social Security.
Yeah.
They can't walk out and drop $100 or $105, $110 at a time on a piece of metal. But and I'm not taking digs at anybody in the community, but I try to stay away from the sticking a $2,900 piece of metal in front of your face and look what I got, because it kind of deflates their thought process of wanting to stack. They're, well, I can't afford that, and they quit.
Michi, you're a much nicer guy than I am, because if I did have a $2,900 piece of gold, I'd be putting it out there.
Yeah. I mean, I would too, but I mean,
I might even tag some friends with that one.
and like I said, I'm not taking jabs at anybody in the community. And I've said it in videos in the past that, hey, if you can afford to do this way, by all means do it. Cool.
Yeah.
But when I mentioned a few weeks back that I'm dialing back and trying to get back to the origin of why I started my channel, is the person that is on disability, that's on social, that's getting Social Security, because the days of guaranteed pensions are long gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they took everybody's pensions and threw them into 401ks, and you know, and the healthcare saying 403bs. We don't know if we're going to have a retirement or not when the time comes, because it's all investments.
Yep.
And you know, here we're stacking silver, we're stacking gold. You know, with there's that's real money that's not going anywhere.
Yep.
And everybody should be able to do it. And I was so excited. Yes, it's the LCS I have to drive the furthest to, but they're like the only one around this area that has the trays like some of your others have, where you can go in and buy one mercury dime at a time, or one silver quarter at a time, or a $50 at a time. You don't have to buy a whole roll. Where the other two that I go to, everything's in rolls. You want silver quarters, you got to buy a whole roll. You want 64 Kennedys, you got to buy a whole roll.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see other people realizing, hey, you know what, we gotta do this for everybody, not just a few.
Yeah. And you know, there's been a lot of there's been a lot of I don't know what your price is like Dave Richardson was saying he buys fractional gold too, and you know, I just don't know why anybody wouldn't, because if you get right down to it, you've got to use it. That premium is not going to mean anything to you.
Right.
Know? It's really, if it gets to that point, it's not going to mean anything. But Cherie Ward just came in. Hi, Cherie. Becky. You know, I don't understand why somebody wouldn't buy it. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, you know, maybe.
And you know, when I didn't even know what stacking was, or you know, people did stuff like this until I was watching, because I am kind of a prepper too. And the guy I was watching is all, you know, oh, you know, you should have, you know, and he had like a little Ziploc bag with some, you know, like $20 in cash and, you know, about $5 in change in there. And then he holds up this, you know, and this is me talking like I'm watching it for a second, this thing with a piece of silver, and he said, oh, you should have some of these too. And it was like a 2.5 gram IGR bar. That he said, you know, you should, you know, have some of these in your go bag, you know, and that. And yeah, you know, they're portable. You can stick them in your pocket if you have to. But you know, a little bit at a time. You still there? Yeah, Dave, we don't
Can you hear me now?
Oh, there you are. Okay. I was like,
Okay.
man, it got real quiet real quick.
How much of that did you miss? Because I was going on about fractional gold there. You know, if people are selling ounces of gold, how many LCSs are even going to have the money to you know, to give you cash if you bring in, you know, their 110th ounce of the day,
Yeah.
you know, versus a couple of grams or something like that. It just totally makes sense to me. So,
well, see, this, you know, like I said, this stuff's portable. You know, if you need to, you know, you need to make a run for it, you stick it in your pocket.
yeah.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. That's my January and February. I haven't gotten my March yet. I gotta get with the program here.
I love it. What's your favorite gram bar?
You know what? Well, you know me and Christmas. I'm kind of liking this one I got in January, from the Royal Mint.
Oh, it's a Royal Mint. Yeah,
Yeah,
they do. They have nice little bars.
Got the Christmas tree on it. Mm.
I'm real fond of I just really like IGR. I think IGR bars are way cool.
I've got a $0.5 gram from them, but eventually I'll get a I'll get a gram bar. I'm trying to do a different one each month. So
Yeah, I have my gold at a different spot right now, but I basically have sold my gram bars except for my no, I think I got rid of that one too. Um, I had a Geiger grammer
yeah.
that was really cool. It wasn't on a card, but all of mine are like Dos Pesos and 10th ounces and Dosi Medio, and I even have a Cinco Pesos. Now, how in the world I got to that, I do not know, but I do have one. That's the biggest. I started the Commander series in the 1/10ths,
Uh-huh.
but I have not followed up on that. I just ain't had the $300 for a. You know,
Right.
my personal goals are just to have, if I can pick up a 5 ounces and hold on to that, and then some ounces to melt, to
Right.
pour and do stuff with. I don't know. I'm just having so much fun playing with this stuff. It's
Right.
it's way cool. I'm really discovering the temperature of the water that you put the liver of sulfur in, and that you can heat the metal in it. There's all kinds of, and time it's in the solution, all that sort of thing. There's all kinds of variables that are really fun. Becky says she has a 1 peso. You got a 1 peso gold, Becky? I didn't know there was such a critter. She says,
Every once in a while we get surprised with what's out there that we didn't know was out there.
yeah, I've been watching Dub C's stuff. Have you been watching his thing?
I have to go back and watch because I got a little behind.
He's got some really cool Mexican silver.
Yeah.
And he's like like me and several others, and Thule, I think is the one I probably got it from, as far as buying sterling and or jewelry and that type of thing.
Right.
He's got a lot of Mexican silver jewelry that are just really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Really cool. But there's so many good channels out there, Michi.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. It's hard to keep up.
I get yelled at all the time. What are you doing? Your iPhone. You
on your phone again?
I can't watch Cops for the 388th day in a row. It's 15 years old, but that's kind of therapeutic to some folks around here, so I don't say that.
Oh yeah, I downloaded Tubi app to my phone, so I'm watching Third Watch.
That's a great stream, ain't it?
Yeah.
Is it free?
Oh yeah.
Now see, Becky, we're at 1 peso gold. I've never seen one. You're gonna have to do a video on that, Becky. By the way, I have 2 videos of yours I need to catch up on. But it's an interesting thing. I'd like to see that. But I don't know. I'm like Mr. Chatty Cathy over here today. You gotta be that. You talk about a creepy old toy. You're not old enough to remember that, but when I was really little, and my sister was really little, she got a Chatty Cathy doll, and that thing.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's like creepy, dude. It was just a little blonde doll that you pulled the string on and she talked, and it was creepy. It's the stuff movies are made out of. But
well, no, we tried to take the stuff movies are made of to a whole new level here. Yeah, my generation talks about, wouldn't it be cool to find an old Teddy Ruxpin and put a Ozzy tape in it and let it go.
That'd be awesome. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Now, see, we're getting some interest in the Oh, Debbie had a chatty Cathy, and she says she was creepy. So I'm not. It's not a thing in my imagination. It was it's like creepy. But there's
Or have you ever seen any of the videos where they go into these Halloween stores and these dwarfs will get in the boxes of the life size creepy dolls, and people walk up and look at them. They come busting out of the box and chase them through the store.
oh yes, I love scare videos. I like I'll have my earbuds in and watching and literally bust out laughing out loud because
Oh
that's
yeah.
But most of what's on TV here at any given hour of the day is cops or some sort of murder show that
Yeah.
like along the forensic lines or how they almost got away with it or that kind of stuff. It's like, what are you looking for here?
Right. Well, I know last week, if I could have stayed awake to watch it, I'd have been on court TV all week because they I don't know how many people heard about it. We had a really nasty accident about 3 miles from where I live, where a woman drove through the wall of a boat club with her car, and was it 2 dead, 15 injured? The 2 that died were a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old. And
I hate those.
her and I'm there, and I know a lot of people won't agree with me. There are some good lawyers out there, not in Michigan, but some. This guy is not one of them. They have the blood draw on video, but he said the video lied and that they corrupted the blood sample. He tried everything under the sun she had a grand mal seizure, but only from the waist down, that caused her to stand on the gas pedal instead of the brake. But that was the thing that everybody was watching here last week and she was found guilty. So,
wow.
And the thing about that is it's kind of weird when you've actually seen things that they're talking about in court about this woman's history of drinking. And we have local bar and grill here. It's a mom and pop place. It's not, not anything big name or anything. And to be in there eating and watching her falling off the stool at the bar, and the regulars are still buying her drinks. And then her lawyer gets in court, and we've got her bill for that day right here, and she only had 1 glass of wine. Okay, but how much did her fellow patrons buy her?
Yeah.
How much did she have before she got there? And then what helped incriminate her was her own security cameras inside her house.
Wow.
Where she was stumbling through the house drinking before she even left to go to the bar. But that was the big thing around here on everybody's TV this past week. So
there's a picture of that this is a 1903 un peso or 1 peso. Yeah. And it doesn't say how much gold is in those, but that's on eBay. That one said almost $300. This one at 1901 slabbed is $998. That's a lot prettier, but wonder how many grams of gold are in that. Doesn't say, of course. Anyways, it's out of my reach.
Yeah, right.
But I did not know there was such a thing. It says there's an eBay listing says used. See, eBay 1 peso. Used. That's funny. I don't know.
Slightly used gold coin.
Yeah. Never. Yeah, and I wonder if you could find any like really old gold coins where there's actually teeth marks in them. From because in the movies they're always biting the.
Right.
B and Becky says it's 0.875 gold,
Yep.
0.476 AGW, actual gold weight. So that's like, yeah, that's right up there with the Dos Pesos, isn't it? But anyway, cool. Yeah, she says I didn't pay anywhere near that. Well, good.
Right.
No, my goodness. Well, what do you think, Michi?
Yeah, we're a little over an hour, and it's kind of creeping me out because I'm still getting used to the time change there. It's still daylight outside.
Yeah, yeah. It ain't when you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, but
Right. Well, yeah. Well, it's nice to be able to actually at least be able to drive into work in the daylight.
yeah, yeah. That's the one thing I just hate short days.
Yeah.
Because even when I was working construction, it was like you go to work before the sun comes up, you come home when it's dark and it's cold.
Right.
Yeah, I don't miss it.
Go to
Not
work
at
in the
all.
dark, come home in the dark.
Yeah.
Sleep when it's daylight for those of us that work midnights.
Yeah. SMC and Bellows were right earlier, with all the stuff that you see. A BBA, Blister and Barnacles is taken out.
Yeah.
210's taken out. See you later, man. Thanks for coming in.
All right, guys.
Forgot what I was saying. See how? Welcome to my world.
Hmm.
Clearly it was important. Well, if I think of it, Michi, I'll call you later. Wait.
Stackerman and somebody were talking about earlier about
see, it's contagious. It's going through the internet.
Yeah.
So Brian Silver's out. See you, bud. Thank you very much. Bellows is still here. Cherie's still here. Yeah, I'm gonna go get some dinner, and
I am gonna do the same.
yeah, I'm hungry for some reason tonight. I haven't done. I didn't really have a meal today, but I've been like grazing all day long.
Right.
So and put
I know how that goes.
real food in there. So, all right. Well, it's been a good one, man.
Yes,
as always.
Sir. Yes.
And we'll be doing it again in 2 more weeks.
That's right.
And hopefully we'll get this. I'll call you. You working? You don't work tonight.
No, I'm off. I'm off tonight, tomorrow night. I go back Wednesday night.
Okay. Well, call me when you get up tomorrow, and I'll fill you in on this special project that's coming up.
Sounds good.
I think you'll like it. It's going to be
really
good. And
we will do that.
Everybody will know about it, and I mean everybody, when the right time comes. So, all right. Well, thank you for having me, man.
Always a pleasure, Cranky. You know that.
Go put the chatty Cathy in the closet, and
we'll put Chucky and Teddy Ruxpin in there with her. They can have.
I'm
fun.
down with it. Just make sure you throw that Aussie tape in with it.
Right.
That's a great idea. All right.
Going down the rails on the crazy train.
Woo woo. Woot woot. Yeah.
All right.
All right, boss.
Everybody. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for hanging out with us. Cranky, it's always a pleasure, buddy. I enjoy doing this. And we don't do a heck of a lot of talking about the metals, but there is more to life, and we just like to chat about whatever comes up. So
that's right. Michi and I are complex individuals. We are multifaceted, and there is more to us than precious metals.
There you go. Exactly.
How about that?
All right. All right, Cranky.
Thank you, boss.
I'll let you close it out for us tonight.
Well, I'm just going to say, as always, keep keep everybody in your prayers. That's a new one. Keep everybody in your prayers, but stay safe, shoot straight, keep stacking, y'all. And stack the right stuff, not the red stuff. I'm out.
All right, everybody. We'll see you in the next one. We're out.